Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily. How's everybody doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm focusing my eyeballs.
Why? What's wrong with your eyeballs?
Well, I don't know. The one was out of focus.
Ended up watching the thing last night.
I did too.
It was overall good. I like what he did for a lot of the people. Remembering the people who were attacked and other stuff, and helping the two kids out. Secret Service agent honorary. I don't think that kid knew that was coming.
No, you saw his eyes. They got huge.
What?
And then the other kid going to West Point.
Yeah,
he was blown away as well.
Well, it's like, how did you find out before me? Because I'm the commander in chief. I told him that you're going there.
This guy right here is going to West Point. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Yeah. I thought overall it was a pretty good speech. It blows me away that they can just sit on their hands the entire time. Well,
Marcia said, well, you guys do the same thing.
No,
not you guys.
We actually don't.
Yeah, we're and when I say you guys, I just want to say I'm in the middle. It's not right now. The Republican Party is not the Republican Party. It is the Democratic Party of the 50s and 60s.
Exactly.
And it's an inclusive party. It's a totally different party today. And typically that side, when the other one's up there, they're more respectful. They're not yelling at stuff. They might not clap at everything, but they'll clap at good stuff.
Right.
And they'll move on. And I told her, well, I just don't watch it. Because typically when somebody comes in that fast, there's nothing to talk about except for what they're going to do. Except, I did 10 things, and I did the Keystone Pipeline, shut that down. Those things. But anyway, let's move on to real estate.
Yeah, let's do that.
So why don't you tell us the numbers?
Oh, look at this. You ready?
Nope.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
All right.
411 closed transactions through 2 months. Which isn't really 2 months. It's
close enough.
Close enough.
Remember, there's only 28 days in February.
Yeah. Well, that's why I quit drinking on the 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Yeah, that's when somebody posted out there that everybody's getting their Doge check on the 29th.
Wow. 29th of February? I guess it's not coming.
No, for 4 years, 3 more years.
Look at that. So that's 205.5 transactions per month.
Yeah, we were averaging last year 280, if I remember right. Yeah. So we'll get there eventually.
We'll get there.
We'll get summer months, they'll go up.
I really think second quarter is going to take off like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, rates have been improving.
Yeah.
So, all right, pending 579. No, that's 367.
Active.
Yeah, active
577 pending. And there were 368 pending last week. So, gosh, just only one closed. Oh, poor them. I wonder how long they've been in escrow.
I don't know.
But as you say, and as I say, I agree, time kills all escrows.
I said all deals, not escrows.
Okay.
Time kills all deals.
Yeah. If you got
the longer you're in escrow, or like the longer the time is.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like 45, 60 days.
There's no reason for it.
There is, if someone's thinking about they're going to back out.
Yeah. Well, I want to keep looking, but I want to keep this one in my left pocket.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't keep it in your left pocket. If it's not the one for you, don't write an offer on it.
Look
elsewhere.
Sounds good.
Goodbye.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Stocks started the day lower because of some, the tariff stuff and everything else. When it pops back up, I'll tell you what it is. The bonds were up 4 basis points this morning when it first started. Now we're down 6 basis points. The 10-year, let me knock this out of the way before the 10-year sitting at 4.22, which we opened at 4.24. So we're still down from opening, but there was a rally this morning because of the ADP employment number came out. And the ADP employment report showed that there was an increase of 77,000 jobs created.
Wow.
In the private sector for February. The smallest gain in 7 months, and well below the expectation of 140,000. The previous figure was revised higher from 183,000. This is in January to 186,000. So that number showed, wow, there's less jobs being done right now or available out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's showing in, unemployment and all that stuff getting softer. And that was helping out. And Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage data and for the week ending last week, showing that applications surged.
Oh, what they do.
Increased by 20%.
That actually is a surge.
Yeah, somewhat.
Kind of surge.
When you're so far down, if you
Yeah.
have only 1 penny and you get $2, your money has surged.
Yeah.
Applications to purchase a home were up 9% for the week and 2% year over year. So really, that's not. I'm looking at purchases. Refinances increased by 37% from the previous week and were 83% higher than 1 year ago. So we're getting better on rates. I was seeing some numbers where FHA was down the low sixes.
Cool.
I have to research a couple things for a couple people, but we're not at 3.65. And like I talked about earlier this week at our conference you and I were speaking at, we still have that premium built in between the 10-year and what the rates are,
right?
About 300 basis points. And until that gets down to the normal, which is usually 150 basis points, we're not going to get as low as we need to be.
Well, you can't blame investors protecting themselves, knowing that they're probably going to be refied well beyond their maturity,
right?
Where they make their money back.
Right, because what I didn't get into there, because I tried to limit it to the little bit of time, was if I'm buying your loan that you just did on your house and it's a $500,000 loan, it cost me $505,000 is an example of, because the $5,000 in cost for the origination and everything else that we pay out for that. So that means I have to hold that for at least 4 years to get my money back. Well, if it's going to be sold off in the first 1 to 2 years because we know rates will get improved and things are going to get better, you need to give that person a premium to buy that loan, or no loans would be bought.
They would not be.
No, because I wouldn't do it.
It would sit stagnant.
Correct.
And then what happens?
It would fall asleep.
We all just go to bed.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
The White House versus Fed on mortgage rate. The White House and Treasury are advocating for lower mortgage rates to ease the burden on consumers. The Federal Reserve, however, argues that lower rates could disrupt the economic balance. Back and forth these days.
Yeah.
If the recession occurs, market forces, not policymakers, will automatically, the bonds will go down and rates will go down also.
Right.
Recent trends, the 10-year yield remains around 4.20. A drop below 3.80 would indicate strong recession fears. So that's what they're worried about. So 40 basis point drop in the 10-year would show that we're in a recession that's coming. The White House wants lower rates to boost housing, while Fed remains indifferent to housing sales, meaning they don't care about you if you want to buy a house. They don't care.
They don't care a bit.
FHFA may step in via Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae to help push spreads lower. That'd be great. The final thought is this battle between the White House and Fed continues. Whether rates drop significantly in 2025 will depend on economic data, not policy changes.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So, again, everything's in order for rates to go down, we need to keep going the way we're going, cutting costs, limiting spending, and just keep watching that. And we're going to see that. And we're going to see probably the unemployment rate go up because of the different layoffs. And I'm not just talking in the government. We talked about this earlier this week. It's across the board.
It is.
Because people have had people in place for a very long time. And now with AI and everything else you can do things so much faster.
Fewer people.
Right. I was explaining the other day, stuff I can get done now with AI. I don't need 4 other people. I do, but I could get rid of 1 out of the 4 people because this person now can, instead of doing what ifs that take 20 minutes, I can have my chat GPT do the credit thing within, 2 seconds.
Maybe
however long it takes me to copy and drop the thing in there.
A whole minute.
Yeah, no, because I do a GPT I created where it's already set up. I just have to drop the credit report in it and it will just automatically tell me.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't have to tell it anything. And that's what they call, where like having these different bots to do all this stuff for you. It's like having a person that works for you.
What's the G stand for?
GPT?
Yeah.
I don't know.
General?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's make it stand for that.
I don't know.
Okay,
You're asking me questions. I just went off.
I like questions sometimes.
Chat GPT. The GPT is part of the name of Chat GPT, so I'm sure it has to do with the grand language or something.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
that's all.
That's our Wednesday.
Yeah. Rates, are going to improve. We're going to see more people out there buying homes, and there's less homes on the market. So I don't know what to do.
Less homes.
Well, think about it. There's only 400,000
district.
There's only 400,000 homes outside of Florida on the market.
Yeah, that kills me.
I would like to know how many homes are on the market in California. Can you find that out for me?
I bet I can.
because that'd be nice to know. Because I mean, when you have 212 in Florida and you have 640 some thousand homes nationwide, that's a third of all homes are for sale in Florida. And Florida's not as big as California.
Do you think it might be another third in California? I'll get that information for us.
I would like to know where, the other part is, because I'm sure all over, because I know people buying Airbnb still using the DSCR loan, which is where we just look at the rent of the property. Some of them allow you to use short-term rents. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
It's just easier depending on where it's at and, the different places.
But exactly.
It's a great loan if you're trying to buy Airbnbs all over. That's it. Just reach out to me if you have any questions on that, but definitely reach out to me for VA. Because
definitely.
That's my game.
Your pocket. My pocket is probate and estate sales. Definitely reach out for me on those. I help you through it.
All right, everybody, make it a great day. Can we talk now? And we'll be back tomorrow, whether you want to hear from us or not. We'll be here.
Yeah, and you know what?
No,
we want you to care.
If you have anything that you want us to talk about or go over, reach out. Again, last thing I'm going to throw in here, because we talked about yesterday, if you're putting stuff in the MLS, please put in what concessions are and compensation.
Yeah, when you're closing out your
break it out.
Transactions, break it out.
And also put the solar stuff in there for the appraisers. They will thank you. They might actually go, you know what, this is really close, but because there was solar information in here, it's coming in a value. I can't say they'll do that, but you never know.
You make it easier on them, they make it easier on you.
And the appraisal's coming faster. That means you can close earlier.
It's a simpatico.
So that's my question is, so I'm always asking my agents, we're done. We can close earlier if you want.
Yeah. A lot of times sellers can't.
I know. It's on
them out.
Yeah, well, I'm there. That's why I tell people, if you're going to write a 21-day offer, just say 21 days or sooner.
Yeah.
Because you're already doing a faster escrow anyway.
Yeah.
And
well, and 21 days is your furthest out. It's always or sooner, but you can put that in there so everybody knows.
Right. And that's then everybody's okay with it.
Yeah.
And I have one right now that just got into contract. I know they'd be fine with it because this thing's been on the market for a year.
Especially if it's vacant.
And they started at this high and then here.
Yeah. That's where they were on the market for a year.
That's right.
Don't do that.
That's the whole thing. Why is my house not selling?
Price.
Yeah. All right. Make it a great day, everybody. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.